DOC number 159715, who's a second felony offender who was convicted of slaughter. And on June 18th, 1998, was sentenced to serve 40 years in Iberia Parish Jail. Your parole eligibility date is October 21st of 16. Your good time date is not eligible. Your full term date is 10/21/36. Does that information sound correct to you, Mr. Jackson?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what did you do to get yourself incarcerated on this charge?
I take full responsibility for my actions and what I've done and the harm I caused families. I don't want to put blame on my addiction, but I was addicted to some, a lot of drugs, but I had a choice, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have been using drugs, first and foremost. On the event of the night, you know what I'm saying, I can remember certain events that happened, but when it did happen, when I came back to my senses, I brought her immediately to the hospital where she later died hours later. But I can't say that, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't do it. I was responsible for it, and I gotta live with that for the rest of my life, and it hurt me every day that I took a life. But I just try and strive, you know what I'm saying, to be a better person now. That's not me. That's not me. I done grown. I done became a better man. I had to apply things to my life that I rejected coming up as a youngster. I grew up in prison, and I just asked for an opportunity to get out and show that I can make everyone have a different outlook on me. I want to make a difference and give back. That's what I strive for.
You think now's the time to release you?
Sir?
Why do you think now's a good time to release you? What have you done in prison to improve yourself?
I've took the majority, every self-help program that was available to me and utilized it in a way to where I had to apply it to my life. You know, I was dealing with a lot of issues in my life coming up. And at first I was in denial, and I had to accept responsibility, you know what I'm saying? Then I had to deal with humility. And it's something I never did, you know what I'm saying, accept. But when I started applying these things to my life, you know what I'm saying, I started seeing things differently, and things started to open up to where I started feeling things and start caring more about other people. You know, I came up to where, you know what I'm saying, I was numb to a lot of things. But now I have a different outlook on life. I just want to have an opportunity to prove myself.
Gotcha. All right. Joe Steph, do y'all have anything to tell us about Mr. Jackson?
Mr. Jackson actually has been at Allen Correctional Center for many years. I kind of watched him mature. I watched him grow. So he doesn't have any significant write-ups at this time. I think he's like 4 years without one. He's taken a lot of programs. And like I said, I've watched him mature in as he's done his time here in Allen.
Thank you. Today, we don't have anybody here in support that wants to speak anything.
There's actually an attorney involved, Mr. Barra.
We got it. I'm sorry. Looking at the wrong sheet. We have Richard Spears, the attorney, who would like to speak. Mr. Spears, go ahead on.
Thank you, Mr. Barra. Ladies, board, I'll be very brief. I can't add much legally. I think that it's very clear what his situation is, and he got a very set sentence, and so we know when the dates are. All I can say is that I have been involved with trying to help him for a long time now, many years. Yesterday, I spoke to him about this, and he actually started crying. And I'm surprised he didn't cry this morning. He was worried about crying, and he cried when he talked about what he did. And so I just want to recount to you that I saw serious remorse yesterday. And I'm surprised he didn't cry this morning. I know he has all kind of different emotions going through him. I'm not going to belabor the law. I know that you all know what it is, and I just would say that from a human point of view, this is a guy that I would let into my home. I would let him be around my family, and I don't say that about many of my clients. So if y'all have any questions about his case, I'm here to answer them, but that's all I would offer.
Thank you, Mr. Spears. We also have Jules Anderson, who's in support of Bishop, and he's on Zoom. Go ahead, Mr. Anderson. Can't hear you.
Oh, yes. Good morning. I want to say that I've known Tyrone family for over 40 years. Been connected with his family through ministry when his mother was living, when Tyrone was younger. I understood clearly in terms that what he went through upon the separation of his father, leaving the family and thing as a child. And then he made got into a situation in the early stage of his life, and it was very clear that the community and everyone was shocked concerning the situation that revolved around that he was caught up in. But he was able to be responsible for that situation. And then the problem that his mother spoke to me about was that when Tyrone did come home, short period of time he was home after serving time, that he did lose focus and begin to be involved with some situations that wasn't healthy. And I was concerned about his drug use. And so it's very clear that at that time he had lost focus and got involved in that situation. But I've been kind of communicating with his mother's deceased, not father's deceased also, but from time to time with Tyrone, and encouraging him to that he had to focus on developing himself and applying himself to becoming a better person, because he had a long time to do. I would definitely never would have thought I would even be speaking at a parole hearing this morning for him. But my understanding is based upon my communication with him from time to time that he have applied himself and tried to better himself, and looking forward to an opportunity maybe to work with him in the future, to work with us when we dealing with our young people and other young men in the community, to try to apply a different outlook on life so they won't end up in the same situation that Tyrone ended up in. I think that from the root of it, if he was given opportunity, I think he'd be a positive influence in our community in making some changes and help us with the programs that we're implementing, working with problem teenagers.
Thank you. We also have Kingar Taylor.
Yes, I'm here.
A friend. You can go to the podium and you tell us what you want to tell us. We're here at headquarters.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Kimber Taylor. I'm here on behalf of Tyrone Jackson. I want to say that I have seen him grow into your scene. I've been knowing him about 32 years. I met him through my brother. My brother was a CC dad in the varsity. The times he kept in touch with us, like with the family, with me. And like when I lost my son, he was there for me. I lost my son to gun violence. So he made my outlook on them different. Because at first I really hated them. I really wanted them to pay, which I still want them to pay for what they did to my son, so they can go to jail and rehabilitate themselves like he did and be a better person when they come out. But I feel Tyrone is a real good person. I seen him grown. He's way different from what I've been on. He was real anonymous person. Now he's real, like, lovable, like a good person. Like, he's a real good person. He's good at heart.
So are you providing housing for him?
Yes.
Thank you. Today, we have no one present to speak in opposition, but we do have opposition from the district attorney's office and attorney general's office. We also have letters of opposition from the victim's children. The victim had 3 children that spoke out and reached out. We reached out to them, and they're all opposed, 2 sons and 1 daughter, strongly opposed to early release. The case has been assigned to Ms. Ledoux, so she's gonna start the questioning, and she'll be the one to cast the first vote.
Before I get started, I'd like to ask to go into an executive session. I've got clarification.
Okay, I'll second.
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Ledoux.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we come out of executive session.
Second. Okay, we are back in regular session. Mr. Jackson, I need to go through this file just a little bit, make sure I'm clear. You were on good time parole supervision for manslaughter that had been pled down from 2nd degree.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you, as many people say, caught this charge that was a 2nd degree pled down to manslaughter. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're accepting responsibility now, and I appreciate that. I know when you went to the hospital, you took her to the hospital, which you said, I took her to the hospital, didn't accept responsibility.
Right, right. The state of mind I was in, I didn't want to go back to prison, and I just, I can't deny that.
And I feel certain that you are doing some good things. Your behavior while you've been incarcerated, your last write-up was a phone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Probation, or you parole, you were revoked. You come back with another victim dead, and you've done 27 years, but only until 2021 did you stop and start following rules, because you've had disciplinary write-ups all of those years until 2021. And I'm sure then you realized, okay, I've denied in 2017, I need to kind of start doing a little better. But you still, after being denied, you have a phone. I need to be confident you're going to follow the rules of supervision.
Yes, ma'am.
How can you assure, how can you convince me you would?
Ms. Ledoux, I can't deny anything you're saying. My write-ups that I did, I'm not perfect, and I try every day. It's a struggle to where I'll be on track, then I'll fall off. You know what I'm saying? But I had an awakening. It was 17 after my mom died. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I knew that what I kept doing is wrong, but I had to apply myself. Like I said earlier when I first opened up, I had to apply myself to the things that would change me. I didn't want to really sincerely apply myself. I can say I was doing it, but I really wasn't. It took a lot for me to really come and say, that I was wrong. I accept a responsibility. It took a long time for me to do that, but I had to. And by me doing that, that's a part of my change. That's a part of my growth. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying I don't know the time span that you have to be without a write-up, but I think I'm very proud of myself because if you look at my record, this is the longest I ever been without a write-up. I didn't apply for the parole today. I didn't apply for this. So I heard what you said that um I went up in 17, so I'm gonna stop getting right. No, I didn't apply for this. I got put on the parole board. I don't know how, but I'm thankful for it.
Well, I appreciate that honesty, Mr. Jackson. I'll defer to my colleagues for any questions they may have.
Okay, Warren, I have a couple questions. Yeah, I listened to what you said, and then I see on his forms that he's medium custody and fair conduct. That's usually an alarm to us.
So he's what we consider medium honor. We have certain levels, so because of the amount of time that he has not had a write-up, he was able to earn that status, so he's medium honor. And like I said, he has grown. I have watched him grow. And what he just said, this is the longest he has not had a write-up. And that's what I noticed when I say that I've watched him grow. I noticed the change. But yes, Tyrone will sit here and tell you, just like I will, that his conduct was rough. And he's been here a while, and so I am familiar with him, but
Right.
he's matured.
Okay, and then the last one, I just don't know for my own sake, what is a 30B?
Is that last write-up?
That's in 2012. I was just curious. I've never seen a 30B.
I would have to have the actual write-up, Mr. Freeman.
Okay, well, that's okay.
Exactly. I
It
just
was
know
in 2000.
it's behavior, but I'm not sure exactly what it
Yeah.
says. 30 feet.
Okay. I have no further questions.
Do you know what the 30Z is? You look like you knew something about it.
Because I can't recall having it in my jacket. I can't recall.
All right.
What's
So
up?
at the time, what was your relationship with Miss Sparrow?
Well, she's my uncle raised her, and she's like a cousin to me. But I was using her residence as my hideout to get high, to hide from my mom and my girlfriend. And I used to go there, you know what I'm saying, and just hide out. Every time I would come from the club or during the day, you know what I'm saying, I'd just go hide out. You know what I'm saying? We were close. And she never did me anything.
What made you do it?
I did some drugs that I couldn't handle. I hallucinated. And for what I can remember about the incident, she kept telling me, she said, you need to stop, you're gonna kill yourself. She just kept saying that. And that's really all I can really remember her saying. Because I started hallucinating, you know what I'm saying? And when I came out of it and I realized what I had done, I immediately brought her to the hospital to try to save us. I didn't want her to die.
What kind of drugs was that made you hallucinate that bad?
I was doing cocaine and acid.
Acid?
Acid tabs.
All right.
LSD.
And when you killed the first person, what made you do it then?
We were fighting. I was under the influence, but I can't blame it on that. I lost my cool. And she came at me with the knife, and it took the wrong turn, you know what I'm saying? Out the heat of passion, and it wasn't no repeated thing. I did something that I regretted, and I took her to the hospital, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, I had to, like I said, I was a lost kid. I didn't understand me myself. I didn't understand. I had to find myself in here.
Thank you. That's all the questions I had. Is that all the questions, everybody?
Mhm.
You ready to vote?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Dew, you vote first.
Mr. Jackson, I hear what you're saying, and I believe you. I believe that you're seeking to do the right thing. There is a penalty that has to be paid. And, you know, today my vote is going to be to deny parole. I'm surprised didn't get hit with habitual, in this case. I hope that you continue down the right path, but because of the nature of the crime, the amount of time served, the opposition, my vote is to deny.
Mr. Freeman?
I also think, you gave a very good interview. You're real honest. I mean, the problem is, this is 2 lives you've taken in your lifetime now. And I just don't think it would be sending the right message to let you out at this time. But, keep doing what you're doing and reapply, because, you are doing great and you have rounded that corner, as the warden said. So stay positive and then reapply. My vote is to deny.
And I'm going to concur with my 2 colleagues for the same reasons they already said. So what this means today, Mr. Jackson, is that your parole has been denied.
Let me know what you think about this case in the comments below. And if you like this video, please hit subscribe for new videos every week.